Alright, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of math. This is dividing fractions. Yeah, alright. First thing you need to know is you're going to need the graphic organizer that is in graphic organizer number 1. It has replaced the old one, so you'll need to get that now in order to do this actual video. And the very first part on the top, on the right, is what we're going to start with, which is reciprocals. Okay, what is a reciprocal? Well, we're going to talk about that in just a second, but first thing you need to know is what a reciprocal is, and that is two numbers are reciprocals of each other if their product is 1, meaning if we multiply them together you would get 1. To find the reciprocal of a fraction, you seriously just change the numerator and the denominator. You flip them over. Okay, so if you look at 7/8, okay, all we simply did was we flipped them over. The 8 became the numerator, the 7 became the denominator, and that's what a reciprocal is. It's when you flip the fraction. Okay, that's really important because you need to know what a reciprocal is in order to divide fractions. Okay, now every number has a reciprocal except the number 0, because 0 times nothing will give you 1. Not really that important, but you should know that in the future. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to find the reciprocals of all 6 of these. You have the place on your graphic organizer on the top right to do that. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is find the reciprocal of 5, 6. And simply all we do is we're going to go ahead and flip it upside down. So the 6 becomes the numerator, which is 6, and the 5 becomes the denominator, which is 5. So our reciprocal is 6 over 5. Next one, this one, same thing. What we're going to do, okay, we're going to have 7 over 6. Congratulations, that was pretty easy. Now this next one is 4. Now we have to remember that 4 is a fraction, is 4 over 1. So then we need to find the reciprocal of that. Okay, the reciprocal of 4 over 1, which is 1/4. Okay, so that's what happens there, and that's one of those unique ones that you have to be very careful about. Okay, 4/9 becomes 9/4, and we find the reciprocal, and 3 2/3, the first thing that we would need to do is change it to an improper fraction. Okay, that's really important. So 3 times 3 is 9, plus 2 is 11, which equals 11/3, which the reciprocal then would be 3 over 11, okay, because you switch those. So that is 3/11 as a reciprocal, meaning we do the same thing on this one. 3 times 1 is 3, plus 1 is 4. That means 4 over 3, and the reciprocal of that would be 3/4. And that's one of those things that we need to know right now. Alright, now that we know what the reciprocal is, we can start getting into dividing fractions. Okay, to divide fractions, you need to multiply the first fraction by the reciprocal of the second. We're going to show you that in just a second. So your objective for the video is, as a student, you should be able to divide fractions and mixed numbers. Once again, you need to fill out this graphic organizer. The 3 examples we are about to give are right at the bottom of what you just completed. Hopefully you're ready to go. Okay, here are our steps. Step number 1, you need to convert mixed numbers to improper fractions. Step 2, we're going to use a process called keep, change, flip, or KCF. Keep, change, flip. Sounds like KFC, but without the chicken. Step 3, pre-simplify if possible. 4, we're going to multiply straight across. And 5, we need to check to see if it needs to be simplified or converted from an improper fraction back to a mixed number, which is going to happen quite a bit. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get started with this first example. And there's not a whole lot of room, so I'm going to pull it to the side. Okay, so let's go over here. First thing that you need to do, okay, you need to convert any mixed number to an improper fraction. So that's going to be 26 over 5. And we're still dividing. 10, or 2 times 4 tenths, that would be 24 over 10. Okay. Now, the next thing that we need to do is we need to do this process called keep, change, and flip. Okay. And what that means is this first one, this first side, we're going to keep that. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and go down, we're going to keep it, which means it's going to say 26 over 5. Alright. The next one is the sign, the division sign. And what we're going to do is we're actually going to change that, and that could change to multiplication. Okay, that's what happens with the reciprocal, is it allows us to multiply, which is awesome. Okay, and then this third one, okay, we're going to flip it. So once again, we have keep, change, flip. Okay, so we're going to flip that second one, which means find the reciprocal. And if we flip it, that simply means we're going to have 10 over 24. Okay, and now we go ahead and move on to step number 3, which is pre-simplify if possible. Can we pre-simplify? Absolutely, we can pre-simplify. We have 5 and 10. Okay, 5 goes into 5 one time, 5 goes into 10 two times. I can pre-simplify 26 and 24 as well, because 2 goes into both of them. 2 goes into 24 12 times, 2 goes into 26 13 times. Hey, I can still pre-simplify because 2 and 12. 2 goes into 2 one time, 2 goes into 12 6 times. I don't think I can pre-simplify anything else, so I need to go ahead and multiply across. That's step 4. That gives me 13 over 6. And we're going to have to go ahead and do step number 5, which means, quite simply, hey, look, we need to convert it. It's an improper fraction. We need to convert it back to a mixed number. So we're going to do that by dividing 13 and divided by 6. That gives us 2 with 1 left over. So our answer is simply 2 and 1/6. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how we divide fractions. We're going to go ahead and do 3 examples. Make sure you follow along with all 3. So we're going to go ahead and get started. First one is simple. Okay, step number 1 says convert any mixed numbers to improper fractions. Do we have any of those? No. So we get to actually skip that step. We're going to move on to step number 2, which is keep, change, and flip. So what we're going to go ahead and do is this one just goes straight down, which is 1/5. This division sign becomes multiplication. And we're going to go ahead and flip 4/10, which is 10 over 4. Okay? At this time, we're going to go ahead and do step 3, which is pre-simplify if possible. That'd be 1 and 2. Oh, and guess what? We get to pre-simplify again because 2 and 4, 2 goes into both of them. 1 and 2. And we multiply across, that gives us 1/2. Hey, that's not improper. It is simplified. We're done. The answer to that one is 1/2. We're going to go ahead and do example number 2. This one, we have to be very careful. Anytime we see a whole number like that, we need to put it over 1. Okay? We got to do that first. Alright, then we follow step number 1. Convert any mixed number to improper fraction, which means 7 over 2 divided by 4 over 1. Notice it's still division because I have not keep, change, and flip until after I do both of those things. Now we're going to keep, change, flip, which means 7 over 2 times, because we changed it, to 1 over 4. Now, at this time, what we're going to go ahead and do is we're going to go ahead and pre-simplify if possible. Unfortunately, there's nothing we can pre-simplify. So we're going to go ahead and do multiply straight across, which is going to give 7 times 1 is 7, and 2 times 4 is 8, and I know those are simplified because they are in counting order, so 7/8 is our answer. Example number 3. Here we go. This one, step number 1 says convert from mixed numbers to improper fractions. We need to go ahead and do that. So 4 times 2 plus 2 is 10/4 divided by, notice it's still division because I haven't keep, change, flip yet, 25 over 12. Now, at this time, we need to go ahead and keep, change, flip. So we're going to go ahead and write keep, change, flip, which is 4/10. Nope, sorry, not 4/10. Mr. Williams is trying to flip both. Can't do that. You only flip the second one. That's a big error, and Mr. Williams has tried to do it himself. That's terrible. Change the division sign to multiply, and then we flip the last one. You only flip the last number. That's the only one. You don't flip the first one, only the last one. Okay, we got 12 over 25. Okay, we got to go ahead and pre-simplify if possible. 10 and 25. 5 goes in both of those. 5 goes into 10 2 times. It goes into 25 5 times. 4 and 12 we could also do. 4 goes into 4 1 time. 4 goes into 12 3 times. Can I pre-simplify anything else? It does not look like it. Multiply straight across. 2 times 3 is 6. 1 times 5 is 5. We get 6 over 5, which we need to divide because it's improper. So 6 divided by 5, which gives us 1. With 1 left over, that means 1 and 1/5. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how you divide fractions and mixed numbers. Right now, you're going to do these 6. Try to do them on your own. Like I said, try to do these ones on your own. You're going to pause the video. In just a minute, I'm going to go over them. So pause the video. Now, pause it. Alright, and we're back. We're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go through these quickly. 2 times 2 is 4 plus 1 is 5 over 2 divided by 11 over 9. You should keep, change, flip, which is 5 over 2 times 9 over 11. And I was not able to pre-simplify anything, so it should have been 45 over 22. And if you converted that from a improper fraction back to a mixed number, you would have gotten 2 and 1/22. And that's what you should have gotten. Moving on. This next one, let's go ahead right here. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 1 is 3 over 2, divided by 11 over 2. We need to go ahead and keep, change, flip. That means 3 over 2 times 2 over 11. Remember, I need to flip that second one. Pre-simplify. Ooh, those 2's both become 1. 3 times 1 is 3. 1 times 11 is 11. And that would be 3/11. Alright, next one. 9 times 1 is 9, plus 7 is 16, divided by 9. Or 16/9 divided by 16 over 3. Keep, change, flip. That would be 16/9 times 3 over 16, and hey, look at that, 16s both become 1 because 16 goes into both of them, and 3 and 9, 3 goes into 3 one time, 3 goes into 9 three times. Hey, that's going to give me 1/3. Congratulations, that one's number 9. Alright, moving on, next one. This is 5 over 2, divided by 13 over 3. Keep, change, flip, that's 5 over 2, times 3 over 13. Doesn't look like anything can be pre-simplified, so it's going to be 15 over 26. And hey, guess what? That one is already simplified, and it is done. Alright, moving on. 1 4/5, we have 9 over 5, divided by 10 over 7. Keep, change, flip. That's 9 over 5, times 7 over 10. And once again, it appears that nothing can be pre-simplified. That's going to be 63/50ths, which if you convert by dividing, 63/50 to 1, and you have 13 left over, so that's 1 and 13/50ths. Oops. I'm trying 50ths. There you go. Alright, and the last one. We have 2 1/3. It's 6 7/3 divided by 5 over 3. We need to go ahead and keep, change, flip. 7 divided by 3 times 3 over 5. Pre-simplify the 3's. Okay, that'd be 1 and 1. And that gives us 7 over 5, which if I convert that, that's going to be 1 and 2/5. And yes, you do that by division. I kind of skipped that step. Ladies and gentlemen, this one is slightly difficult. Okay, I'm also going to add in a second video for you to watch. It's a guy who's kind of funny. I call him Mr. Redbox. You can watch him as well. Between the two of us, hopefully you guys got it figured out. You guys need to do worksheet number 6. Good luck, and I'm out.